Hey everybody, Kyle Garlett here with your wild card weekend picks. Let's get right to it. Saturday afternoon, first game, Raiders at the Bengals. Congrats to the Raiders for making the playoffs. They are the first NFL team to ever replace their coach middle of the season and make the playoffs. But they're not playing great football. Yes, they've won 4 in a row, but they beat the Browns practice squad by 2 points. Derek Carr hasn't played well in a month. And even against the Chargers, that big win that sent them into the playoffs, Carr had 1 or 2 good passes, and he had a lot of bad passes. He did not play well. He's not the reason they won. That was all on Max Crosby. So yes, Crosby and that Raiders front four can get to Burrow without having to blitz. The Bengals' the offensive line is not good. Burrow is the most sacked quarterback in the league. But there's nobody on the secondary that's going to contain T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. And quite frankly, I just don't see how the Raiders, after having gotten beat up Sunday night. I mean, the defense had 93 snaps. Max Crosby was out there for 83 of those. They're beat up, they're exhausted, and they're now on the road in a very cold environment. Sorry, Raiders. The feel-good season, which you guys should be proud of, comes to an end, and the Bengals are going to win this by 7 to 10 points. I've seen a 5.5-point spread up to 6. Either way, I think you're good with the Bengals. Take the Bengals and lay those points. All right, Saturday night, part 3 of the Patriots and the Bills. Part 1, ugly game. Part 2, Josh Allen going all Tecmo ball on everybody. This is part 3, and look, you give Bill Belichick 3 bites at the apple. He figured out a great game plan for week 1 based on the weather conditions. He's now going to fix some of those holes that happened the last time they played. It was just a few weeks ago. This will be the 3rd time they've played in 7 weeks. That is a big advantage to a coach like Bill Belichick. Nothing against Sean McDermott, but he's no Bill Belichick. And look, Josh Allen can play really well, but he can also play terribly, like he did against the Falcons, like he did against the Jets these last 2 weeks. 3 interceptions against a terrible Falcons defense. The Patriots defense, very good. Yeah, they're banged up. They have a lot of guys out. Or half out. They've got a couple of guys on the COVID list. We're not sure if they're going to play. But I think at 4.5 points is what the most recent spread I've seen. I think you go with the Patriots there. I'm not saying they're going to win the game. I think the Bills can win this game like 17-14, 24-20. But the Patriots are going to keep this game close. They're going to cover that spread. Your best bet here is the Patriots and take the points. All right, moving on to Sunday. First game of the day. Tampa Bay hosting Philadelphia. Eagles' number 1 running attack in the NFL. Jalen Hurts, great running quarterback. Let's look at the Buccaneers played Josh Allen not that long ago. Allen, the last good running quarterback the Bucs faced, went for over 100 yards on the ground. Can Hurts do the same thing? He's going to have to if the Eagles have any shot in this game because, quite frankly, their defense is not good. And yes, the Bucs are still missing Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown. But Mike Evans is playing well. Rob Gronkowski is playing well. And it's still Tom Brady. Look, the Eagles' defense is not going to contain him. It's all going to be on that running attack. And while they're going to have some space to run and they're probably going to be able to move the ball a little bit, they're not going to win this game. The nice thing is, though, it's a big spread. It's 8.5 points right now. That is a big spread for the Bucs to cover. They haven't been doing very well against the spread this year. They've had a lot of close games. So I think you go with the Eagles and you take those points, but you tempered your expectations. Don't go crazy and bet the money line on the Eagles. I think the Bucs still win this game by 7. I think this is a 28-21 kind of a game. Congrats to the Eagles for getting this far, but this is where the season comes to a close. But still, good bet. Take the points. All right, the next game on Sunday, the game of the weekend, according to a lot of folks, 49ers at the Cowboys. Cowboys, 250 burgers in the last 3 weeks. Their offense has found itself. Dak Prescott playing excellent football right now. Amari Cooper is as good as anybody right now. I think he's going to have a big game against the 49ers. 49ers defense is simply not good enough to keep up with this Cowboys offense. They've got some obviously stars. Fred Warner's great. Bosa's fantastic on the line. But Prescott is playing excellent football right now. That Cowboys defense too. Yeah, Trayvon Diggs is prone to getting beaten. He's probably going to give up an 80-yard touchdown to Deebo Samuel in this one. But he also is probably going to get an interception because Jimmy Garoppolo, while he played well last week against the Rams, give him credit for that, we're probably going to see playoff Jimmy, and he's just not the guy you're going to carry your team. I think this Cowboys defense It's scary good. I think we see Micah Parsons have a huge game. And I think the Cowboys, it's only a 3-point spread. I think Dallas wins this game by 7 to 10 points. And I think your best bet there is Cowboys and lay those points. All right, Sunday night, Pittsburgh at the Chiefs. Chiefs missed out on the first round bye, but they get the next best thing in facing the worst of the 14 playoff teams. Steelers back their way in. They have a quarterback who can't throw the ball, a quarterback who can't move in the pocket. And quite frankly, they have an offensive line that can do nothing to help that quarterback out either. Chris Jones is going to have a big game against this offensive line. Much like they did just 3 weeks ago. It was just Christmas weekend that they played, and the Chiefs absolutely dominated the Steelers, and they did that without Travis Kelce. So it doesn't matter that Tyreek Hill's a little banged up in this game. I think the Chiefs win big. The spread has gone from 13 down to 12.5. I think if this spread was up to 14, I think you'd still take the Chiefs. Go ahead and take Kansas City, lay those points. They're going to win this game big. The only possible way that spread gets caught is Chiefs take out all their starters late in the fourth quarter, and Pittsburgh gets a garbage touchdown. But even then, that's what happened last time. And even then, that garbage touchdown only made it a 26-point game. Kansas City is going to roll in this one. All right, we've got Monday night. Cardinals at Rams, two teams that are also playing for a third time this year. Cardinals won the first one in Los Angeles. Rams won the second one in Arizona. Big difference between the two was DeAndre Hopkins. He was around and healthy that first game, not so in the second game. And look, the Cardinals offense just has not been the same since Hopkins has been out. Kyler Murray has been frustrating. I say this as a Kyler Murray fantasy owner. I love the guy. He's very exciting at times. He's also very frustrating at times. He will take a couple of good drives on Monday night, and he will turn them into bad drives because of real head-scratching turnovers. It's what he does. And part of it is he's trying to force things. He's trying to be the all things to everything offensive player for the Cardinals, and that gets him into trouble. James Conner's good. James Conner's made a number of good plays. He's really resurrected his career this year. But I just don't see how the Cardinals are going to keep up with Matthew Stafford, who's playing really good football. Stafford played well in that game against the 49ers. He was let down by his defense there at the end, but Stafford is playing good Stafford football. The Rams simply just have too many good weapons. You got Aaron Donald on the line. You've got Jalen Ramsey in the secondary. You've got Stafford again playing great. Cooper Kupp, who is a unanimous All-Pro. I don't think you can bet against the Rams in this game. The spread's only 4. They're at home. Now, yeah, it wasn't much of a home field advantage with all the 49ers fans there last week, but it's a matter of getting to sleep in your own bed. You don't have to travel. The stadium situation is secondary to being able to just be in your familiar surroundings all weekend long. Rams win this game by 7 to 10 points. Go ahead and take the Rams and lay those points. All right, so that is our weekend of football. Let's just recap real quick your picks. So you're going to go with the Bengals covering at home, followed by the Patriots keeping it close and covering on the road. Sunday, we start off with the Eagles in Tampa Bay, keeping it close, covering that spread. The Cowboys will beat the 49ers by more than 3 points. They cover the spread at home. The Chiefs win by more than 2 touchdowns against the Steelers. They cover the spread at home in Arrowhead Sunday night. And then Monday night, Rams, Cardinals. Rams will win by at least 5 points. The 4-point spread, meaning go for the Rams to cover that spread as well. Those are your 6 wildcard weekend picks. Good luck, everybody.